today na the program where they look inside the 2022 Public Elections Bill and the 2022 Constitution of Salon Amendment Act, where they now before Parliament, so that member of Parliament them go debate them and talk about some of the issues then where they inside it. Well, June 26 this year, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice Ebingole the 2022 Public Elections Bill and the 2022 Constitution of Salon Amendment Act before Member of Parliament them for let them go look inside some of the issues them where they inside this bill, debate them and see if they go able for turn them to law. But from that time to now, plenty conversation them don't they come out around then two instruments here where they before Member of Parliament they now we get for do with the Public Elections Act and save them for amend some things them na the Salon 1991 Constitution. Well, yesterday we see also Member of Parliament them been go again na Parliament after we the Attorney General be don't go ladies then to be they be don't do the first and second reading. Yesterday supposed for be the debates also MP them for talk about the issues there, but the debates not be able to happen, wait happen at Parliament and some of the issues them all will go discuss inside the program this morning. Well, at the studio we get Honorable Indolo GAVAO, in a member of Parliament na Constituency 003 na Kailaon District, and it represents the Salon People's Party. Good morning again, Honorable GAVAO, and welcome again to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning.
And also gets Honorable ABDUL KARGBO, in they represent Constituency 77, sorry, na Kafubulom. And also in the Secretary General for the Transitional Committee na the All People's Congress APC Party. Good morning, Honorable, and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning, 98.1. Good morning, my family house.
All right, before we can go into the two instruments already before now in Parliament, quickly, let's just talk about an incident where happened yesterday during the debates where happened in Parliament. I'll start with you, Honorable ABDUL KARGBO, because now your colleague or now only the same political party be involved. Because you go first begin start for clarify. How true is it that some people been stoned, Honorable Alusain Conte, where being get injured and later on a be rushed with them go to hospital for treatment?
Yes, the incident not just begin at the stone with the stoner. From morning where we go Parliament, in fact, before we reach na Parliament, we get information say people then they enter the chambers of Parliament and then they go na the gallery. And they go sit down at the gallery. As early as 6 a.m., they call we say people and they enter the gallery. Well, we reach na Parliament around 9 a.m. and we'll reach to meet all the gallery them full. Gallery them full, sign all day for sit down. So we enter the chambers of Parliament, and basically Parliament now we own house, and the Constitution give immunity to every member of Parliament whilst then they inside Parliament. We leader of the opposition, we na Honorable Cherno Majuba, grab for talk, now then begin curse him mama. Curse him mama, they curse with the members of Parliament with mama. From the gallery, they even the issue threat. Say then go chukwi, one bokari, even they on record. We go before the leader, say then go chukwi, then go damage we, So we not feel okay. We not feel safe. We get for left the chambers of Parliament. We go up now the office of we own whip. We sit down there and we decide say no, Lord, we go engage speaker now in office. Lord go tell and say Parliament is not safe for we the members of Parliament. So we meet speaker now in office and we explain them all waiting transpire. Himself being shocked at that point in time, and we request say for let the debates carry on and for let the proceedings of Parliament carry on. Parliamentarians, they're not for debate under duress, or they're not for do anything under a condition where not conducive. So we appeal with the speaker, say let them empty the gallery, especially where we don't see people and we don't threaten, we say them go damage we. And then people and they enter Parliament without being searched. Nobody not search them. Then go, some man get bag, some man get it. We don't know all waiting them get. You see, so we say we not go debate until then clear gallery of the people that we did there, especially when they don't exhibit, say they want damage we, they want waiting self we. And speaker call the clerk, say, well, here the clerk they engage for let them see waiting then decision go be.
So look
Well,
here. Okay,
another
continue.
it large just land. So then go engage later on, and then come and then can tell we say, well, let we just go continue the proceedings of parliament. Then go talk to the people them up the gallery for let them be quiet and let them not do nothing. We still insist with speaker say that not to the solution. You don't go talk to the people they no more and say let them be quiet, let them not do nothing. When the people they don't initially express the intention with them carry it in a parliament, which is for can arm members of parliament. We say no. After that, we get break, speaker come, he insist back, he advise, you know, and what we the left speaker in office, speaker been say he go call we, you know, where we want come, where he want come at the chambers. Indeed, he called the leader of the opposition, when an honorable Chair Majuba, but he not be able to get on the phone. So we just then go tell we say speaker don't come na in seat. So we can at the seat, we see the people they still at the gallery, but speaker give them several warning, you know. After the debate, we come out na door, you know, they all come out, then go one side, we na done. Before the member na stone, then begin stone. Honorable Alusain Alu container very close to her been snap. You see the stone way big, na in jaw, na up in the side of his head. Na in the stone can hit her. Where hit her may just drop you unconscious, you know. Even yesterday, net, where I go find away me in the talk. They say, he don't know how they pull her na parliament, he don't know how they carry and go na church ram, he don't know how they carry it back na he was totally and completely unconscious. And not to say we not been talking, we talk before the sitting, and we were insistent. Speaker in the assure, we say, you are safe, you are safe, you are safe, you are safe. You see, so if we say this now a means or a strategy for keep opposition members out of parliament.
So, Honorable KARGBO, we look at parliament, not to just say where somebody will just go and get free access. And yesterday, for this particular debate, we get a very high security measure where they put in place. People, security with the search people thoroughly from the entry point, also the parking motor for going inside the main entrance. We they refer to them people who exactly unable to try for no.
Most of them na SLPP supporters. Somewhere even with the SLPP polo, where them go inside parliament. You know, and you talk about search. I tell you, say them go na parliament as early as 6 a.m. They don't begin going inside parliament. So most of them, they not search them. They only begin search after the formality program don't begin at parliament. When around then 9-10.
All right.
Most of them enter the parliament without being searched.
Quickly, let's bring in Honorable Hindolo GAVAO because this na issue we get for do with on our protection and security as members of parliament them, and where una day na the well of parliament according to una na the safest place where una kinde. Apart from the stone where then stone your colleague member of parliament Honorable Alusain Alu Conte, another issue again where been come out of the debate where happened at parliament yesterday. Now the rumor of pepper spray where some people they say other people they be spray pepper spray during the time where the proceedings be they gone and the time where the debate's been done. Honorable GAVAO.
Thank you very much. The first thing I want to say thanks to the Speaker of Parliament. Now this particular parliament, no Sierra Leonean could have done the job we they do better. You know, it really they try for hold the parliament together for the image of a nation. I don't listen to me, brother, yeah. Firstly, I've been in a parliament, me no yari any mamikos. I yari noise common at gallery when we did at the well, but me no yari any mamikos. As members of parliament, when we come we for really talk what thing happen. I will challenge any member of parliament like we do in court. May you recapitulate. The mammy cost will come up from anybody in the gallery. Maybe they are not hearing mammy cost. When members of parliament enter, people been there in a gallery, no voice come up from gallery. Secondly, the presence of people in a gallery come as a result of an expression of desire from the leader of the opposition, Honorable Chair Majuba. Now, in talk say, one made that debate in the full view of the public. May SLBC did it. Now, as a result of that, Sierra Leoneans then go there. And the parliament, now a public institution. We know they do laws in secrecy, just like court. You know they say when you they go to court, you they go do justice in secrecy. I mean, it has to be done in the full view of the public as far as the capacity of that institution can accommodate. So when he invite members of the public, yes, Sierra Leoneans did go there. And we stand in order, say, Sierra Leoneans can access the parliament. And that the speaker, now in right for say, when they come as strangers, if he feels say it's not necessary, he can ask them out. Down to the opposition, with them where they complain. Then leader, then chairman, interim chairman and leader, been did it. We been get diplomats then did. When this debate here starts, before now, before the leader of the opposition, they invite the public not been the good day. So when they don't go there, not been the right for the day, and as at that time, speaker not been see any impending danger, even when them in the complaint for me, it's a may they clear the gallery, or may we invited guests like the chairman and leader, or we say for your chairman been did it. Not only members na the gallery, everybody, whether the ones that we've been there at the well, we did at the gallery, so long as you're not a member of parliament, you don't go there, you're not a stranger. Journalists them been did it. So if you been they ask for more continue that proceeding, then you been they ask for me to clear each and everybody we did. The way speaker been deemed and not been deemed necessary as at that point there. So after the altercation of clear the gallery, not clear the gallery, go on, and speaker say, warn the gallery, say, you know what, you read any word from them. And truly so, for a period of 2 hours, when we they argue for clear them, not clear them, he will agree with me, say, not a single word come from any member of the gallery. I cannot say the members of the gallery were APC, I will not say they were SLPP, I will not say they were NGC. As far as I'm concerned, they were Sierra Leoneans. I not see APC color, I not see SLPP color, I not see NGC color, I not see C4C color. They were Sierra Leoneans.
So, about the issue what they talk about now, not for the people them where they na the gallery, because according to you, na the leader of the opposition requests say this particular instrument though, before na the debate let the public go, let them see you waiting una as member of parliament and they talk. Well, na the conduct of the people that will be there at the public gallery. Allegation of stone don't come inside, allegation of pepper spray don't come inside. So for una own protection as member of parliament them, you think say the conduct of the members of public yesterday will be there at the public gallery be appropriate?
Like I was saying, I just the learn now from a brother, say a member of parliament, then stone him. I not been there at the scene immediately after sitting, right through the sitting, that not happen. Immediately after the sitting, I left parliament, I come na me office. If what it don't see actually happen, I will condemn him as a member of parliament, because we not expect any stranger for going to parliament for go wreak mayhem on a member of parliament. I don't know the color, I don't know the institution where that person they come on. We see this all over the world. We really look at international media. There was a field demonstration somewhere in America on the Independence Day. Somebody jumped into them and shoot and kill 6 people and harm 30 people. Nobody not go talk say a Democrat or a Republican. There are Sierra Leoneans that we can just decide for behave for wreak mischief. I'm not going to say an APC person stone that member of parliament. I'm not going to say an NGC person. Whosoever do that one day, I condemn them with the last strength in my body that ought not happen within the precincts of parliament. But me not hear my because pepper spray, yes, and I condemn that one day. The incident of pepper spray starts na Buntimani. When we been to go lay the instrument for census, people pepper spray we to such a way that we say when our MPs that we became suffocated. Yesterday they repeat the same thing. I saw a diplomat where now we invite the members of the diplomatic corps for come witness this debate. I saw a diplomat suffocated. After he don't come on at the well, they go to us with finance office. And that is bad for our democracy. Whosoever they do for make sure say you score a point is bad. And also they condemn me brother Honorable ABDUL KARGBO in tweet on social media where talk say SLPP don't care go talks in a parliament and they're not safe. The Secretary General of SLPP show me that tweet. Like Professor Lumumba say, we they misuse social media. When we put this here, not to SLPP you they paint bad, now the nation you they paint bad. Right. This generation of politicians will get for make sure say the mantle of this nation rests on his shoulder. So I condemn that tweet as well because I not see any talk na parliament. I not see a talk where I go say na APC talk. There were points where then they debate. People they chant them from the gallery. It happened. So would I say everybody there na be APC?
But
Because they don't cheer them, where then they talk, where Honorable Chairman Obade they say, I wouldn't say so. There were Sierra Leoneans in the gallery. And the leader of the opposition, I expressed desire, say, make speaker open the debate to members of the public.
Honorable GAVAO, your colleague, Honorable ABDUL don't already tag and allege, say, them people in the way go distract and cause a meme, they already in a SLPP. According to them, it sees some with the identification of them polo with their well or whatever, we're making related people enforcing a SLPP. Why do you think say they get a contract?
That statement is not correct. That statement, and even at the well yesterday, I mean, they challenged some of the assertions them.
Okay.
That statement highly untrue.
Okay.
It is highly possible, knowing APC, that an APC person even turn the APC person for turn the table around saying an SLPP, knowing them and knowing their antics. I did not see a single person with an APC polo or an SLPP polo. I mean, speaking the truth, I did not.
Okay, continue for the return of the program, Honorable GAVAO. Now we can now to the main issue them.
I just me want. I don't know. I just me want to make clarification on some of the allegations we make against
we will come back to that. So we can look now at the issue we make on there. But before we can begin talk about the issues, then we go now na Parliament. Also yesterday, member of Parliament them being one start for debate, then two constitutional instruments there. So yesterday, na been Tuesday, July 5 this year, Member of Parliament then be try for continue with the debate on the Public Elections Act 2022 and the Constitution of Salon Amendment Act 2022. Also, the Act they for amend subsection 2, where they talk about the member of the Electoral Commission, and subsection 8, where they talk about how member them na the Electoral Commission, then for the president for remove them if you're not able for perform in function they well. Princess Pias been there na Parliament yesterday and he go now report.
Now be the exact atmosphere at this inside the well of Parliament Tuesday, July 5 this year in the morning. Also member them from the public will be up the gallery. Go witness the debate for the Public Elections Act 2022 and the Constitution of Salon Amendment Act 2022. Outside this act, they for amend subsection 2, where they talk about the members of the Electoral Commission, and subsection 8, where they talk about how member of the Electoral Commission then go pull and come out from office by the president if you're not able to perform in function them well. With this, now subsection them will come out from section 32 of the Constitution of Salon 1991. And then people here will begin sing and talk strange word them. Remember them from the main opposition APC party enter inside the well for can take their seat and wait for the speaker for come and make cities start. But because of the sing and the strange word them, where they not glad about, make the APC member of Parliament them being come out inside the well. Because then kind situation make the APC opposition member of Parliament them afraid say they're not safe again as they're not going to debate under them kind condition After it take both long term for make member then a Parliament kind inside the well and begin debate, then be later resume sitting. And at this now be the reaction from the speaker, Honorable Chairman Abbas Bundu, but what happen inside the well be any back.
All of you in the galleries, lower and upper, you are here as visitors to the Honorable House of Parliament, your Parliament. The members of Parliament seated here, including myself, are your representatives. And I want to implore all of you who are here to listen to please do so with absolute decorum. You are supposed to be seen and not heard. Those are the rules of this House. If I hear any misconduct or misbehavior or anything untoward coming from the galleries, I will order that the galleries be cleared by the Sergeant at Arms and the security of this House.
With this statement, the leader for the main opposition APC party in Parliament, Honorable Chairman Majuba, may react to the statements.
We appreciate the statement you have issued out to the quote-unquote visitors Because these are not just visitors, Mr. Speaker. They are invited. They are invited, Mr. Speaker, and we have some of them on tape. Mr. Speaker, I was insulted. My colleagues were insulted. In this chamber, it has never happened before. In addition to threats, using invectives, Mr. Speaker, we are not safe, we are not comfortable. Let the visitors leave us for us to continue the business of the House. We are not safe. We don't want it to be misinterpreted to say that when we leave, you cannot continue the business of the House because we deliberately know that we are dealing with constitutional amendments. No, we want to participate. We don't want to hold the House to ransom.
Although Honorable Cheikh Majuba wants for say, members them from the public within at the gallery for Comot Day, the Speaker believes say, then for the part of the process.
The presence of the gallery visitors is conditional. I have made it once, I'm making it again, that if I get one iota of disturbance from any quarter in the galleries, I will instruct that the galleries be cleared immediately. Let me assure all honorable members that I will not be found wanting in the discharge of my responsibility to ensure your safety in this House. My safety is yours and yours is mine. And I have made it abundantly clear. No member of Parliament should feel unsafe in the hands of another member of Parliament. However, because of the visitors, strangers that we have in the two galleries above.
But Honorable Cheikh Majuba not agree with this.
I am also shocked when, for the second time, to say when your safety, then you will take the necessary steps. Our safety, you are not taking the necessary steps, Mr. Speaker. You associated yesterday.
I said I am responsible for the safety of
this.
Every
I had that.
member.
Yes, I had it. But when you were concluding that part of the statement, you said when your safety is threatened, you started with that before moving forward. Then you will advise yourself accordingly. People are outside who want to come in. Even a journalist who left her card has been stopped from coming in. But there have been people here since 6 a.m. in the morning. There is nothing wrong in ensuring that we are safe and satisfied with our safety. We appreciate your effort, but your words are not sufficient to convince us about our safety at this moment.
As the arguments will continue between the leader for the main opposition APC party in Parliament and the Speaker, Honorable Cheikh Abbas Bundu, but if members them from the public for the part of the process, now this the leader of government's business being get for same.
I think you have said it all, but in the last sitting we agreed that we should have the public involved. And again, let me assure my colleague on the other side, and all of us, that our security is paramount, and we think he has put in place all the structures so that we are safe here, we are always deliberating. And because of deliberation, we cannot ascertain if individuals' physiological mechanism, that has to do with temperature going up or temperature coming down. Depends on your behavior. So because of that, I will encourage my colleagues, this has to do with constitutional instruments. Let us participate, and your security assured. We are poised to do the needful to correct the imbalances of yesteryears, but under the full force of the law. So all my colleagues, let us participate. Let us participate. And let us serve as a testament for good governance.
With the argument still at the well, make the Speaker been stand the House down. And during this period, now the exact atmosphere at this inside the well, after we then spray pepper spray.
Say if any law, any other law, they at variance with the content of the Constitution, that law they are null and void. So you know they can't amend act where the content of the Constitution they at variance with the act where you want to amend. So we tell them, say, but this will be waste of time. Even if we approve this, now null, it don't make sense because it they at variance with the Constitution. On account with the Constitution through a constitutional instrument, then we can amend the Constitution. Then we go focus on this, And basically, well, they argue for say, well, they want to go ahead, they want law debate, law debate. And we make it clear to them, if we debate certain things, then Sometimes we not even need for debate then if they carry the constitutional instrument. Because if they carry the constitutional instrument, waiting the way not pass now the constitutional instrument at parliament, it go totally common now. We not go even strain ourselves for debate. So we say it not go make sense for us to debate the public elections bill when most of the clauses then they inside the constitution, and we left the constitution, we not look at the constitution. So the assure we say Tuesday, then go come with the constitutional instrument for can amend certain sections of the constitution we hinge on this bill. Well, then carry with the constitutional instrument for can debate. Based on the fact say there be reason with we. The last time say no, well, though now under a very difficult time, then say, well, we go wait there, we don't amend this, we'll come with the constitutional instrument, we can't lay them. So then carry the constitutional instrument them yesterday for can amend subsection 2 of section 32 and subsection 1 of section 76. Subsection 2 of 32, they give one more commissioner to Northwest region, will not be a new region. Then 76 one, they talk about the dual city, the qualification for be member of parliament. Now then two clauses, then they then go with yesterday for go amend. Yeah, but again, before you do all land, then go first with then lay first the constitutional instrument for boundary delimitations, because according to them, they say they don't do census. Though we know say the census results not correct, the census result not representative of the country's population. So then go lay the constitutional instrument for the delimitation, so that then go shape constituency them back, then shape wards them back, you know. But you forget 2/3 majority for let you successfully learn, for let you do delimitation, boundaries delimitation na the country. And quite apart from that, before you lay the instrument, you for don't gazette them. You for don't gazette them first, you for don't gazette them second. You understand? So at the end of the day, we come for realize, say, you know, not only one term then gazette them. And basically, we leader was very, very, very much adamant say they go by the law, because parliament na house of law. So we leader been say we not get right for proceed, basically because, you know, the gazette not there, and we not get any evidence say it has been gazetted. So at the end of the day, then self concede, then say yes, then they withdraw them. But there be one tweet for come back for can debate this Public Elections Act, where they been done greasy. Law will not debate to law left and force till we come with the constitutional instrument then for law can amend the constitution. There be one law go debate and back. We say no.
All right,
we
law
don't pass
bring in
that
Honorable GAVAO. You don't listen to waiting Honorable ABDUL KARGBO don't talk from the main opposition point of view. All waiting they may get issues with yesterday, now the procedure. The way how them particular instruments here can have parliament not to be the right procedure. Now that they make them leader being very adamant yesterday, say them party no will continue with the debate.
Thank you, my lady. Clarifying his point again, I will say emphatically say the issue of pepper spray we unfortunate for parliament. They come from the end, and I go state the name of we colleague where everybody they suspect say now they spray that pepper spray, now a colleague, not even a member of the public. I'm not going to state them for the dignity of parliament, but that colleague get for stop. It do an abuse money, it do an yesterday. That colleague must stop. We do on the national fora, it for stop. Now, the issue of the constitution being amended, the issue of delimiting boundaries, not a constitutional instrument, not a statutory instrument. That one, then Liam yesterday, we go mature over a period of time. When the Liam, one of our colleagues, when a lawyer, Alpha Bar, stand up on a standing order, say, he want for more debate. He say they give notice for more debate. If he give the necessary notice, then definitely we'll go debate him. And once we debate him, if he pass, then he go pass. If he not pass, then he go be kicked out. So then a statutory instrument will quite different from a constitutional instrument. The constitutional instrument we can have been twofold. One of our winner for amend section 76 we get for dual citizenship, not come to parliament as a result of anything within the Public Elections Act. It come to parliament as an original document. Even before then, they object, say they want more amend constitution before we debate. But before then, they raise this objection. This Public Elections Act don't come to Parliament. It don't go through first reading. They not object. We don't commence second reading. That day they go agree with me. They say now the speaker, the deputy speaker, will sit in as a speaker. Honorable Segepo, now him preside. We start for debate. In fact, now that day they meet debate. They not object. We go on the second day. They not object. Now the third day, because anytime we they go for debate, then they say they still want for go read more. They want for get themselves afraid with the bill. So on the third day, where they come for object, where they come with the idea, say there is something in the Public Elections Act where they want for make we amend first before we continue. Then leadership include the business committee, then members, C4C.
Now something done there.
That now section 32, that we for amend section 32.
What did they talk about?
Section 32, they act for addition of a commissioner. Mind you, they may not delimit constituencies in 2012, you know, for meet up the 2018 election. So they create a renewed region. And the constitution says, section 32.2 say, there shall be a chief electoral commissioner together with 4 other commissioners. Impliedly, those 4 other commissioners are representing the 4 other regions, northwest, south, and east. Now, with the addition of a new region, which they did, it behoves this nation for more will get a commissioner for cover that area. Unless if you say you want for disenfranchise them, other people for me, they not get a commissioner. So now behind that backdrop that the commission, the electoral commission, asks that may we get a new commissioner that one day inside the bill, though not to be an express provision for alter or amend the constitution. But yes, we agree, say if we had approved that one, which was not so certain that if that by it being in the bill we go get for approval, it will get some consequence on the constitution. We say, okay, make them come with the statutory instrument so that we go amend the constitution before we now proceed. When they come with us yesterday, their leader say they want a gazette. We provide a gazette. The leader of government business provide a gazette. I want this other gazette, then provide a gazette. But he insists, say, section 108, subsection A, the talk say, it has to be gazetted twice. He said, he not don't see the second gazette. On that note, the leader of government business, being very honorable and patriotic, he concede. He said, if that is what you are insisting on, a pound of flesh, I go suspend this one. May we go back and debate the Public Elections Act. That one also, they say no. And me always hold the point, say, when bills go to Parliament, they are mere proposals. The government draftsman, they just put a proposal so they come with the Parliament. You know, it don't see through committee stage, it don't see through even the legislative committee stage. Parliament will get the right for change the entire text of whatever proposal come. So I always don't tell them, say the fact say this proposal cannot mean say na law. We can still debate this thing. When we reach a committee stage, what he will know one, we certainly delete them, because not to APC no more get for agree, not to SLPP no more get for agree. Even when we come to issues, now the bill where we not agree on, we can get for vote. And when we vote on their issues, now the majority, they always carry the day when a particular clause or a sentence or a word. So I say, yes, they raised an objection yesterday, and Parliament being adjourned because of that objection, and we look forward to the 12th to go. We amend the constitutional instrument so that, as they themselves has considered, the Northwest region will get a commissioner so that they're not going to be disenfranchised, and we'll go debate the Public Elections Act.
Okay, continue for the to name now Honorable Indolo GAVAO, Member of Parliament, Constituency 003, now the Sierra Leone People's Party. Now they come over to you, Honorable ABDUL KARGBO, Member of Parliament, now Constituency 077, Akafobulam District. The issue on a general procedure concern don't be laid out and on a don't make now clear. Look at the categorical issues them we una get in this proposed bill of waiting supposed to change. One get for do with say if the the National Electoral Commission, that the neck boss on site on point, they do anything, like even if it announce the election results after, the president gets the right for send them off or for sack them. Una raise a concern during this debate of this old bill, say una get issue with that particular one day. Waiting really at the concern on that particular area day, we wanna say if that side they gonna the act, if it become a law at the end of the day, ona go against them.
Well, basically, not so that they no more now.
No, I must say one categorically. Yeah, we take a step by step.
Yeah, we get up to 5 or 6
We take them
problems.
step by step.
Okay, well, like then they had a provision say if somebody, well, basically initially even in the previous Act 2012 where they were amended, so it did say the president can relieve a commissioner of in duty, especially if he gets infirmity of the body, you know, able to perform or he misbehave, then can relieve her. So then one can amend them for say the president for get rights for dismiss somebody for gross misconduct, you know. And we see and say, well, basically we all know the case of the auditor general, you know, from where then say let go wait for stay now honorary from the tribunal. And then we know say one, the president self now a player in the game, you know, basically instead for contest. So when you give one team the opportunity, say, you know, you go get right for policeman, for which you determine as gross misconduct, you go get right for puller. So just with the mentality of the commissioner, say the president get right for puller, he go always satisfy the president while he doing job as electoral commissioner. You know, but like I say, then they not to be only problem. I don't know if you would give me opportunity for that.
Obviously, you talk about gross misconduct. Say if the person where they in charge, just like how we don't start for talk about the neck boss, using the word gross misconduct, you think that even if that situation they arise, the president's not for use in power for do such?
I say you don't go be part of the player that you get right for. You don't go be one team where football they play, that you get right for pull the referee. So if not that where Lions and Blackpool they play, where the referee blow, Lions go pull left, then if you say they know they support them. You see, but not so than they. I will allow me to go through some of the clauses.
Let we look at the other issue we get for do with the legitimacy of any Sierra Leone who reach the age for vote when are 18 years. Some of the things then where a registration officer go ask for before if you say this person legitimate for the voter register, I get for do with the one we get for do with the NCRA NIN number, get for do with the birth certificate, you get for do with attestation of a local authority can come and say yes, this person are from this place he come out and is supposed for register. What now on your own concern when I get to this particular section of the Elections Act?
Of course, the clause where they don't carry it, you know, now clause 24(1). It states before ever they register you, waiting they give the legitimacy for be registered. Now that one, you forget birth certificate. They say you can get any of the following: a birth certificate or naturalization certificate, B, statutory declaration giving particulars of place of birth, C, a testimony of a member of a local council in area of his residence, D, national identification number, E, any other satisfactory evidence of his entitlement to be registered. We not get problem with this very clause because they are not conjunctive, they are disjunctive, meaning any one part that you get, then they register you. If you get ordinary birth certificate, then they register you. If somebody go when a stakeholder in the community say I sabi this person ID, even without any certificate, then go register you. You understand? Wait till we get problem with where you go na 13. Now 13 na indeterminate how the voters registered the day. You know, and the voter register not been ever get provision for NIN, national identification number. So this why they don't carry it now for can amend. They don't put NIN na the voter register. And when it's where they put na the voter register, if for correlate with waiting they give you the right for let you register person. You know, NIN not to a compulsory element for let they register you by virtue of clause 24. Meaning you get out or you not get out, then for register you. So why now you for put some part of the voters register, we not to a compulsory element for let they register you. You see? So either I get for be vacant for most people we not get them, and we all know the constraints where people then go through during the NCRA registration. You know, people and grumble say there wasn't enough time, fear not been there for the people, the distances they've been far apart. So a lot of Sierra Leoneans they not been get that number there. So if you can put an at the voter register, you know, it's like you want deprive, you know, Sierra Leoneans them from being registered. But not Sudan, they no more now with problem. We get serious problem with
We
this.
can continue for look at the issues them. Let bring in Honorable Indolo GAVAO. Listening to your colleague, Honorable ABDUL KARGBO, we don't try for outline two major issues them we get for do with the powers where the president will get for dismiss the Chief Electoral Commissioner for gross misconduct. It gets for do with the NCRA NIN number where now this new proposed Elections Act go say if you not get the NIN number, you're not able for register for become a voter.
Thank you. You know, say definitely nobody no go get that power for sack commissioner for gross misconduct past the president. You no go talk say make lawyer go sack him. Now the president no more we get supreme executive authority. Now no more the nation, the constitution go give that power, and the constitution give the president power for create, for hire and fire people, and that has to be done with the requisite amount of standards. You know, go just grab, you take any mundane action, you say na gross misconduct. And like a way it is say, this is what we are saying. Let us debate this document. Let us allow this document to come to the committee stage. You have problem with the document when it can a committee stage, we go page by page, sentence by sentence, paragraph by paragraph. What you not supposed for today, we pull out. Not one person get for debate, not one person get for the committee stage. So this is not the time where every member of parliament will feel say this document dear to your heart. You get for participate in the process. You will feel say it not the dear to your heart. You go they go and grumble in the street. Now make you don't can a parliament. May we allow the process for go through the parliamentary procedure as prescribed by the constitution. They're not going to bring a kind of parliament and say it don't become law. All the issues that we raise, yes, na concerns we get. I'm not going to say enough forget them. But when we allow them for me it come to the committee stage, we say what thing they not agree with, what thing myself not agree with, I go stand up and argue them and we go put them to a vote.
Most of the issues there, so we don't they come out, especially the one at the Public Elections Act. Now, one way citizens don't they call say, it not get for do with una as member of parliament them where they now at the current administration. Now, law them if una pass them, then go continue for use them, citizens them get for use some of them law there. So, how to una go be to the citizens them for ensure say some of these things where opposition party member and they bring up say now they're not correct. Una na the ruling government go make sure say yes, una go put the people in before.
Very, very true. Like my brother can always say, we are the representative of the people. We know they go put anything we feel say not go stand the test of time. May they always say, I didn't at the ruling seat today, I might be in the opposition tomorrow. As a member of parliament, I know they go make law where they suit me today no more. We all they go pass this law, we go stand the test of time. We go represent, we people go be very pleased with, because now they send they all not go can sit down at parliament. So I want to assure them, say, with this law, we know they go agree on anything we not good for this nation.
You as Honorable GAVAO, you don't go meet your people, you don't really explain to them some of the things that within this proposed bill.
Certainly so.
Waiting at the people in reaction.
They always trust in me, they believe, say, when I come, whatever we agree on, I always represent them very well, because they see me in all legislative process. People don't really raise any specific concern like a way in the race, because like you know, then a layman, then you're not able to read the law to them word for word, sentence by sentence. You just summarize them to them. So the aspect of the amendment of the 2012 Public Elections Act being amended now, it sits very well with them. The context or the text of they trust me as the member of parliament, say I can represent them very well and make sure say whatever is being passed at the end of the day go represent them, go satisfy them.
Honorable GAVAO, whatever decision una end up take na una de na the ruling power at the end right now in this particular thing. Look at in all of this PR system, and the winner takes it all. You think they go expensive for election and by election at the end of the day?
Yeah, me and one person we don't always debate say I go for the PR system. You know, we system very toxic. We election systems, the political landscape don't become very toxic. In 2016, I vividly remember na Kailan we been by election with me mommy Honorable Navo Kaikai contest. I see the boss one, my brother in here, today, he blind, he didn't Kailan. It was a by-election. We don't see by-elections, suicide people that they lost life. We all know how expensive by-elections they. Now, we don't say, if we really want for say, we in a one country and we in a one people, Sierra Leone, and we are all one, more get a system of governance wherein, like it is inside with constitution, wherein me where the SLPP, I go sit down with my brother waiting at the north. I go sit down with my brother waiting at the west. Where we not go shape the country where you say no more the opposition. Now only possible come up Bali. Where you say the ruling government, now possible come up Kailan. And one thing where I want to make clear, where people they don't understand it. PR system, not to the Public Elections Act, the introduction. The PR system are part of the constitution.
Okay.
The legal framework, now the constitution. The constitution was amended wherein they amend section 38 so that we'll get section 38A. Okay. That section 38A now gives certain conditions where if it is not fulfilled, the president in consultation with the chief electoral commissioner can direct say make the next election be PR.
Okay.
So what in this Public Elections Act they do? Now the framework, the methodology for support this PR system and then just don't leave for make them your work easy.
Right,
but not to them they introduce and not to them bring and come as a law. The law then at the constitution.
GAVAO. Then we bring in Honorable ABDUL KARGBO as the party in one way they against the PR system and then believe see the Electoral Commission for Salon for continue with the constituency system where the country they practice now. You don't listen to Honorable GAVAO. In believe see with the introduction of the PR system, you will get member of parliament them from all the region them na the country representing different political party and the issue of stronghold no go too common again among the political system.
Well, the problem I always they get with SLPP members of parliament on this PR system, they know they explain to people for let them understand what's in the PR system they about. Then go just say stronghold by election and they not go fet again. We general election, they know they fet. Yes, let's go to explaining what's in the PR system they about. Let's take me on district as for example, when I put local district. Under the PR system, no constituencies no dey. Each political party they send, if let's say Polok on 10 constituencies they. Each political party they send 10 names to NEC. In fact, 20 names because they send the substantive, they send other person. So that if that person they die, that other person they replace her. So then they send 20 names for them 10 constituencies then they to NEC. Each of the political party. First disadvantage of the PR system, if you're not independent, you know they ever stand. Except you in a political party before you stand. So one, we get the freedom of association. As we get the freedom of association at the constitution, we equally get the freedom of disassociation. So you don't deprive them people and the way no they in a political party, not for participate in the electoral process. We feel say that they crude, we feel say primitive, and we feel say it reduce the democratic credentials of the country. But not so that they are the problem. Yeah? Where the political parties then send them, names them to NEC, then they send them by priority. Let's say APC they send 20 names. And then go say, something Honorable Latif we de Poloko na in the force, Honorable List na in the this. Then me Honorable ABDUL KARGBO, something then go put me name 8. Then NGC, where they send, then said they send 10 names. SLPP, then said they send 10 names. I will tell you the disadvantage. Where they don't count the valid votes, then they shape them by percentage. And if you look at the bill where they can go under this 12th schedule, then do the mathematics, how then they work the percentage. Yeah? So where then they shape as percentage, where then they begin count, based on the percentage, let's say the 10 seats na Poloko, let's say APC gets 70, let's say the total number of valid votes na 10,000 votes. Then out of the 10,000 votes, APC gets 7,000. The 7,000 votes where APC they get, it means say out of the 10 names that way APC send, now only 7 people, the first 7 9 they go. Me where they 8, I know they go parliament. Yeah? And let's tell you the effect. Sometimes then the way you put parliamentary box, the people then go say, hey, ABDUL KARGBO in name they do. Hey, ABDUL KARGBO now we on Peking. Now yeah, we want them for let go parliament. So the people then they go vote for the parliamentarian seat for APC because they know say them Peking they win na ABDUL KARGBO. They don't assume say, just for assume, Latif na possible they elect na Poloko. But don't assume say, in this event, the people in na Poloko say, no, we no want Latif where they force. So we know they vote for APC under parliamentarian because the way they say now, we don't want them. You understand? So when they count the percentage, all me votes where I get, it transfer to Latif because now in name the first na the list. So now Latif now in they go na parliament, me where the people them vote for na me own area because they want me, I know they go na parliament. But not so than they no more. Long assume the first person, because all the political parties they know they anget before they send the list. Yeah? APC can send list, SLPP can send list, NGC can send list. Assume say the first person where they na APC list na from Lonsari Komo. Then the first person where they na SLPP list na from Lonsari Komo. First person where they na NGC list na from Lonsari Komo. So after they don't read the result, don't count the valid vote. If APC send one person from Lonsari, SLPP said the first person now from Lonsai, NDC said the first. It means say Lonsai alone they get 3 members of parliament. When you go Kana Kafubulom, they not get member of parliament. So now Lonsai member of parliament go they come on for can oversee Kafubulom. Or na Wellington member of parliament go they come on for can oversee Lumley. Lumley no go get member of parliament, but virtue of the priority of the list we then send. And 3, not all the people again they determine whether they go na parliament. Now the political party, now they determine. Now the names the way the political party they send, now the neck they take. So the people have no business in determining whether na the MP. Even if they not see the MP,
Honorable,
the MP not represent them well.
Honorable, according to you, this particular introduction of the PR system will be a threat to democracy.
For sure, it will deprive the people from having their right to choosing their MPs.
Make a land, please. With the constituency system, una and una member, una constituents them now, I can get contracts. Say, send me na parliament. I go ensure say I make bill them. I take part in debates. Say we go benefit una. But now, introduction of the PR system. Why you think say now this particular system, the ECSL of Salon with the in partnership with the office of the AG, why you think so now then they bring this kind particular bill before now?
Now the need for Terry, now the need for carry that question answered it. Because in 2001 when they introduced this bill, now because we've been just come on a war, constituencies they not been there. You see, constituencies, census, they not been do census. Constituencies, they not been there. And government need for one. There has to be parliament. Now I make them. But this process been failed. That was why we reverted to the 1-member constituency system. Now, if you carry this bill, you they tell the people that we carry it now, the people that we carry it you na parliament as member of parliament, the people that we vote for you can parliament say, una don't vote for me, I don't can parliament. Now they can make law where they deprive una, not for choose me again.
So,
which is bad.
Honorable ABDUL, you
Yes,
think,
ma'am.
say, if this system go on the fact on the winners take it all, I mean, change no go day in whatever people in the constituency can expect from the member of parliament in terms of development and other things.
Which one are the winners take it all?
The PR system, you say, if now not all people they pick order for represent them now party, you think say, a lot of give me a question another way. You think say the allegiance of whosoever go in a parliament and loyalty go more to in party rather than people like constituency?
Now, me party they send me name, so why I need for go to me people then?
But
you know they meet the people, you know they talk to them. Now you party they get business with because even if na Honorable ABDUL the people they want, say they want. If the party not sending him, he no go ever go na parliament.
But again, another view they say now we look at even when people in a constituency they choose whether they want to say that this person will get interest by. Most members of parliament don't live up to expectation of promises they're willing to make to people in the constituency.
The people then go get the right for vote the person out in the next election. But now then they say, even when the people then displeased with the member of parliament, if the party send them, the party puts in name 1 or 2 or 3, it puts in name before, it will still enter parliament. Yeah?
They talk this because you're in an opposition where you know say if this come to reality as in this proposed bill, it will affect you directly.
No.
Waiting for the bill review.
Let me make this point clear. Remember what maybe they do in introduction. It say currently, me na the interim secretary general of the party. Yeah? So I'm not there in a position where I'm afraid to say sometimes my party no go send me name. But we just believe say we not for disenfranchise with people them. We not believe say the people they always forget say some of the members of parliament them they don't disappoint them people them. They not do nothing for them people them. So they want to with law for make them people they not decide again who that for kind of parliament, which is what we are against.
Will they continue quickly to honorable Indolo GAVAO? We see you
yes.
You are coming.
We get for be patriots in this country. This is my own view. I support the PR system because I believe say in the last constituency delimitation, serious gerrymandering them in Duam. And that gerrymandering not fair to you because some areas are oversubscribed as far as representation concerned, and some areas they're undersubscribed. We they get new cities then they emerge. So let me give you an example. So let's say a district like Karine, for example, has a representation of 8 seats. And the population not actually account for 8 seats. The only way where you actually able to get the true representation for that district now for go by a PR system. We first of all get for determine first the total number of people in that district they do the mathematics, able to ascertain how many seats that district they forget. So by so doing, no political party no they can talk say Bombali forget more seats than Kailam.
Honorable GAVAO, according to Honorable Abdul Karwo, in 2001, immediately the country come out from the civil war. They introduced this same PR system because constituency they not been there at that particular time there. And now again, on want for introduce this particular system where we see statistics salon just don't conduct the midterm census, and also statistics salon get data of the population of the country, constituency then they, wards then they.
My lady, the word introduced by my colleague, now misplacement of the diction, now part of the Constitution. If you read the provision where this act they come with, it say a general elections of members of parliament other than paramount chief members of parliament shall be by A, the one-member constituency system under Section 32 of Section 38 of the Constitution, or B, the district block representative system in accordance with Section 38A of the Constitution as set out in the 12th schedule. So like I've been done say, this PR system now part of the Constitution, we grown on. We not they pull them from the space. We not they reintroduce them. And the Public Elections Act not just talk say this election next time they go by district block. It also don't say the general election can either be by first past the pool system when a A or district block systems when a B. When you read Section 38A, I hope you get the amendment. It give you the condition where go lead to district block system. If you read them, I get the text of them. That like you write, let's say, if constituencies are not delimited, then the president in consultation with the Chief Electoral Commission go direct say, let the next election be held by district block system. That na part of the Constitution. And not in the parliament, it not in the parliament. So all of the argument na self. I'm not saying they afraid them political structure, but more but so long as it sits well for this country, we say will not go get so much chaos. We say this will country will so pluralized.
But a lot of MP them, Honorable GAVAO, the first time when I begin look inside this particular bill here, a lot of MP them, including member them from UN Party, where na the Salon People's Party self get issues with this particular PR system.
I beg to differ. The one that we me don't talk to, na me own bench. I'll tell you 99.9 day in favor. Every MP we really don't look at how expensive, how oversensitive by elections and the benefits of PR system. I sure say them go support them. The only person, every MP go get fear for say, well, sometimes my name not go there, but that is self. And so, me not they look at self, me they look at the general good of the nation.
Honorable, you think say the concern from the opposition party in APC, they really understand the PR system for say the issue of candidates, not just based on symbol, party get for the get to candidates, not to the party get for vote for the candidates. You think they really get much understanding on that? I mean, for to our wedding fair?
Well, now then they make with the same, make them look at the act very well, make them come, make debate them. PR system, every political party where you really want for vote, where you want for win. Imagine whatever vote you get for members of parliament, also get for ABDUL for the presidential vote. Unless if you want for lose the presidency. Now that makes you get for go put a very unpopular candidate na a defined demographic area whose I sit there. Because if you go put a very unpopular candidate na the list, then the people then definitely get for go vote for the other party where come with a popular candidate na the list for that demographic seat there. So it will definitely affect the presidential vote. So I am saying they don't understand the context of the PR system. It's a good law. That is why it is part of our constitution. Not to this bill, not to introduce them. In just the tell we now, it just the expound on and say the system of election, general election, will either be first past the pool system in accordance with section 32, or the district block system in accordance to section 38A.
Okay.
Continue for the way tonight the program, Honorable GAVAO. They come back to you, Honorable ABDUL KARGBO. Listening to Honorable GAVAO, they encourage you now from the opposition for go back and look this particular bill according to and not get anything way na bad thing we go and box salon democracy. And also he say in belief say una not too understand it, some of the things them where they inside this particular proposed bill. Although you don't try for explain some of the issues them. But if now the Honorable GAVAO they encourage una for go na parliament and debate this bill and see if una go able for agree for them. What in una fear from the opposition side?
Well, one, maybe brother and Honorable GAVAO say they not introduce the PR system even then at the constitution. Let me make this correction back. Because we've been common at war, and the constitution make provision for one member constituency. Now that make them come with the constitutional instrument in the parliament in 2001 for can introduce the PR system. So it was introduced in the constitution because there were no boundaries delimitation.
Has it been repealed?
You understand? They come, sir. They come. Now we say no, they're not introduced. I be always then at the constitution.
No, they say not to
now make
introduce.
I need talk about the repeal. You understand? They come. You understand? Then secondly, we feel say one, for now we not get people away go feel say again me, another SLPP, another APC. They can't stand as independent. For now we abolish independence. It's very undemocratic. It day against the dictate of the constitution, the freedom of association. Anybody will get that, equally get the freedom of not associating. You understand? So we don't cancel independent in the country.
That's not correct.
Three, no independent candidate.
That's not correct.
You not sabi the PR system.
So what's not correct?
This man
What
will
is
be
the exact
narrating that.
explanation
The
for
PR
that?
system now for party you they vote for, now for party symbol now you they vote for, not for individuals.
Honorable
Now the party
GAVAO,
now they send the
Honorable
individuals
GAVAO,
now.
you said that's
So if you not that
correct.
party, then you need
Honorable
stand.
GAVAO, please. Honorable GAVAO, you just allude say that's not correct.
Agree with and say institutions will get for send list, okay? But at the same time, it is not there expressly stated that if you now an independent candidate, you not go stand. So let us assume I put my
So provision
let's
they
say-
for independent
let's
candidates.
say I put my name
Honorable
forward.
GAVAO, provision they for independent
Highly
candidates
possible.
for
I can
contest.
put my name forward,
Say highly
say,
possible.
I dey put
You
my
not
name
be sure.
forward, say, me an independent
Now
candidate. If I get the
possibility or
threshold,
provision they Honorable
yes,
GAVAO.
it's not express. If I get the threshold of the vote, I dey go na parliament.
Independent not the stand, then they only vote for
And they go na
political
parliament.
party symbols.
And one thing
the
wey
political party then and then they
One
put
thing
them
we dey
boxes
feel
them.
for
Now
for
the symbol
realize,
then they
I dey
vote
give
for.
una this assignment when we go. Anybody Google na ya. The nations the way they practice PR system.
Not all nations.
Okay. I mean, even the lead democratic
Manka
states
Ubati no
are
more,
now
they call other
practicing
country.
PR system. I mean, more than you can imagine. He is, like I say, all of them fears na personal.
This is
Honorable,
personal. We they say let the people them get the right
Honorable
for
GAVAO.
choose who that they want. If Honorable GAVAO get confidence in people them, if he not say he don't serve the people them, he not for be happy for let them pull that right thing at the people their hand for let them choose who that them for. Be as member of parliament and then give party.
Okay.
We as members of parliament, because of the investment the way we don't do now constituency, because of the way we don't interwoven with the people them, we dey insist that the PR system go deprive with people them for determine who that for can parliament. Now na party go determine them, which is why we are against
the
it.
party they also the party.
No,
they
na the
for
party.
vote.
No, listen. I don't explain to you. Let explain to you this.
This election are just on giving symbol.
I will tell you now. Listen, even when the party don't give 10 people their names to neck, the party they put on by matter of priority. Either in name they force, elect them not vote for an your area way come out, then go vote for other person. Now the parliamentary vote all in the count, then they transfer the vote. You because you did 70 that this man will name the force. Now enforce.
So you think this will affect you directly?
It not affect me. I tell you my position. Why hold my political party?
All right,
you understand? I tell you, it's not for the people.
Let's bring in Honorable GAVAO. Now, with this constituency system, each member of parliament gets a relationship with the constituents them. Because say after 5 years, you get to go back to them for a new mandate. With the PR system, now your relationship go be with that of your political party because now you get to send your name. You think, say, the people them, with the introduction of this PR system, the people then go even sabi their representative, then go they get conversation. The MP then go they go back to the constituent and for talk to them about bills?
Very much so.
How?
I vividly remember under the PR system, my own direct uncle na be member of parliament for constituency 1, where they don't shape now, Kisi Teng and Kisi Tongi. The seat where it been win, na been for that particular area. Mind you, they just send you name, cash blank say, na just for the district. The demographic area, who side the seat there, you send 3 names for that particular demographic area in manner of priority 1, 2, 3. So if you send me name for constituency 003, it is there directly or expressly stated that the seat of constituency 003 now are they represent. So the people where they are they definitely always they interact with them. Albeit the name they come, the format they come under a block system, the district block system. But the seat, the demographic seat, there is a specific candidate representing that particular seat, like what INCIDENCE allude. And also all of this argument, if anybody been done feel say this law where them been done actually amend the constitution was so much of a bad law, it would have long been repealed. But in order to tell me say there is no such law, 2 or 3 or 4 MPs then will come on at the south and the east as APC MPs. I mean, that's not representative democracy.
In all of this, Honorable GAVAO, what will be the advantage of smaller political parties?
Smaller political parties, they definitely stand a chance of winning seats.
Well, not to say there's a rigid criteria where they go put in place. So if smaller political party them no meet, they no go take part in any electoral process.
No. There is no rigid criteria. The threshold, there is definitely going to be a threshold. Let's say if the threshold is 12%, like the last election, 1996, the threshold was 12 point something percent. If you're not a small political party, you get 12%, you get a seat.
Honorable GAVAO, if you be there on the opposite, now this will be the same stand?
Certainly so. Right. The way Sierra Leone,
even if we change the bill, it not get no effect. Honorable GAVAO talk about this PR system. He say go make SLPP then get seat na the north. He go make APC get seat na. As the single member constituency, the 1 member constituency system, APC get seat na the east. We get seat na the north. We get seat na the south. You see, SLPP get seat na the north. SLPP get seat na western area. You see, so then they not to excuse. Then like they say, this now even something the introduction of the PR system.
So which part na the east one get seat?
Kono not to east. Honorable Tom Tucker, Isaac Tom Tucker, not a member of the SLPP. You don't say enough for the ask me question. Me na my way there to time and very accurate. Yeah, and la left you there. La go to the amendment where they been carried na parliament. Yeah. Why make Pakaba with her? Pakaba no for get right, forget parliament if you not been carried with this amendment. Because the constitution will only make provision for 1 member constituency. And constituency not been there will just come over. So now Pakaba with this. Like it say section 38A. It say we are under any law for the time being in force. A date for general election of members of parliament has been appointed, but constituencies have not been established in accordance with section 3 of subsection 3 of section 38. For the purpose of such election, the president may, after consultation with the Electoral Commission, direct that such election shall be conducted on the basis of the existing district in a manner to be known as the district block representation system instead of constituency. So Pakaba not for being get parliament if it not been use the PR system because not being get constituencies and the PR system it be unblock Pakaba. That's why they say Lord we come now to the constituency system. So they are reversing us because of the allegation of gerrymandering. You see, which to me, and I tell you now, not so that no more. Then come with other amendments, clause 86(1), where Honorable GAVAO no go talk to the public.
Wait till they talk about.
Previously, the commissioner get only right for council vote because of overvoting. Previously, in the 2012 Act, if the commissioner come, he can say, well, yeah, na 300 people left for vote here, but the voter na don't count. Now 320 people and vote. So with the council, that was the only opportunity the commissioner been get for council vote. But in clause 86(1) where they don't carry it, they won't give the commissioner the power for even council vote because of violence. That if then they count result, then people then go no more na the polling station. Then go set ala, then broke the box, then for cancel the election.
But not be happen in constituency 110.
It be happen there and law no been there for even make it happen there.
So
now
why
they come. It was unlawful. Law no been there. But I'll tell you what happen. Why make them carry this clause? Why make them carry this clause? They carry this clause because then they know we stronghold them. They know say yanda if we allow APC there, then they beat we bad one day. So at the nick of time. Then they send them aboard and they say, una go. But una all see the videos them of who that them broke constituency 110 election. Una see the box. Una see the.
You are saying things that you cannot justify.
But una not see the video there.
This a wrong
una not see. It's wrong.
If
it's wrong.
If you look at the context, there's a women's violence disturb the counting.
No, I will tell you. Lord, they say, no, listen me.
They are reading into the mind of people. The reason why make them do this.
No, listen, I will tell you. You will get time. You will get time. You will get time for talk. Allow me. Always while allow me. Where do you go come? You go come, my senior. Allow me, boss. Where do you come? Yes, let's tell you. Yeah. Election law day in 2012. Say if you go grab ballot box. Na election crime. If you destroy ballot material, na election crime. Una not see who that be. Not to minister be only ballot box. Not to the one that will go broke all the ballot box. Una not see them clearly. They ever bring them to book. So they ever call them. And wait, I beg land, Diama. What thing they do? Because the state for provide ample security for ballot box. Now that they don't want to do. They want left me now before police. I've been there now 110. Now before policeman and they broke the ballot boxes then. Now before policeman.
So if they don't begin happen a by-election, waiting wrong if law they now the Public Elections Act we say if violence happen at a particular polling station, the electoral commissioner for cancel and do that election.
I get problem with that law.
Waiting at the
because one. The electoral commissioner or the state for provide security for all the ballot boxes there. The state for provide security for all the ballot boxes there. We don't see side the way they know say you are not to me stronghold. Then they send people and they for go broke ballot boxes. We all know what happen at 110. We all see what are the only boxes. City minister now only ballot box. You see, and no action they not take. Nobody they not question. So we are legalizing the destruction of ballot material if we pass that law.
Because APC the system of politics na toggery, which has always been the case. I mean, I'm sure the two of us we are young guys when the toggery in politics been there at the height. They don't introduce her and they don't perfect them. Now make it afraid. Commonsensically, what is wrong if the clause they talk say when there is violence in a particular station, we don't disturb the counting, the electoral commissioner for cancel that particular elections. I mean, why you want for declare election when the counting has been disturbed?
We'll take the ballot box.
I mean, why do you have to read into the mind of other people? With all the securities, I mean, we have been seeing violence in political, in polling stations. So if they bring checks and balances that if it happens, just in case it happens with all the protection, I mean, now for cancel that particular election and conduct another election, what is so wrong with that? But, I mean, they are merely being apprehensive, like I say, they are talking about stronghold, no stronghold, stronghold, no stronghold. Like I say, now Dragman point. We they try for bring in laws then for protect the democratic space, then they try for destroy. And I make a tell them yesterday in a parliament say APC will not stop for hold this nation at ransom. And some of us, if they get to we, it's honestly getting to us. We should go past these points now. We are all educated elites. We've gone to parliament to represent ourselves. Like yesterday, they went to parliament with a clear-cut object of us not doing anything, and they pushed right through that one to a point of succeeding. That's why I told them all they did was to filibuster, making long-winded legislative speeches to prevent or forestall legislative processes.
So the interest not been there for the people?
No. Yesterday, I mean, the clearest, if they want to debate this bill, we would have long debated it. From the day when this bill go on 2 consecutive occasions, I don't tell them, say, you did not object to the second reading. You did not stand on any point of order. You allowed us, we started the debate. We did the debate for the second time. So, the only interest in this bill is self, like a one that they listen to them. If this happened to me, if that other person had this person had them elect, yes, if not that person elect, if not Abdul Latif then elect, Abdul Latif, please let me.
People,
let
power to the people.
So, APC, SLPP is not SLPP, I mean, that is, we are not introducing the law now. SLPP introduced it, APC came, they controlled the executive. If they knew it was a bad law that ought not have been in this constitution, when they were in the ruling seat, in the governing seat, they would have repealed it. But they did not repeal it. They left it in there. What prevents anybody from using it?
Yes,
where
yes,
it is law.
Yes,
according to Honorable GAVAO,
yes,
on all the parliament to ransom and all the issues they want to bring out, now personal issues them, not so for the people who they represent the parliament.
But me don't declare example, say we na people that we put before. In the PR system, the people are not so they determine again who that for represent them. Now the party.
Well,
so if we are not
for vote.
Then get power for vote, but then they vote for who that not them, who that they not want self, then they vote
quickly,
for us. Because they are voting for the party.
KARGBO, just want to tell we listener and say, because of the issues them way we look at this morning, we produce and say for add additional 10 minutes to the discussion time.
Thank you.
So that we're able to look inside more of the issues them. Yes, go ahead.
Yes. So then say I dey try for build hospital na my constituency. Why make if say I dey make market na my constituency? I dey do am because I want the authorization of the people them back. Let them say come. But most of SLPP MPs there, including Honorable GAVAO, sometimes they're not there in good terms with them people them. Okay. And then they afraid say the people then get the opportunity for choose who that for Kana parliament. They don't go carry again. So now then they transfer the power from the people them to the political party. So now the political party now for sure.
The issue about somebody will cause chaos now any electoral process. You know, things say rather for cancel an election, the perpetrator should be punished directly.
There are laws then they inside this bill they say you get for punish the perpetrator. Now, what is really reasonable in the circumstance, then they can count. Somebody don't go disturb counting. The counting process, the ballot papers don't become disrupted. What do you go expect a responsible electoral commissioner for do? For still announce that result today or for cancel them?
So why government not go get enough security structure? So such violence not go occur. Violence